Hello everybody, my name is Shelby and today I would like to discuss with you the McDonald's hot coffee case. McDonald's is a well-known large public corporation that is represented globally. The company started with two brothers and one dream, and in order to seek out this dream they decided to move to California. Today McDonald's is a big company that offers food and beverages ranging from hamburgers to iced coffee. In 2021, they saw a 21% increase in their system-wide sales and revenue. They had an all-time high of operating income of $10 billion. In the last year, they decided to increase those prices by 6% in order to see the results that they do now. They also have a growth plan that they focus on building their marketing strategy, catering to consumer demands, and growing their digital framework. They want to offer menu items that will give them those high sales and profits. They also strive to bridge the pay gap between males and females and build their diversity representation throughout the organization. The story of the hot coffee case starts in 1992 with Miss Stella Liebeck and her grandson. They pull into a McDonald's for a quick breakfast, and she orders an Egg McMuffin meal, which includes a brewed coffee. The coffee at this time is poured into a styrofoam cup with a plastic lid. She places the cup between her legs, adds her cream and sugar, and the coffee spills onto her lap. This causes third-degree burns. She suffers in the hospital for 8 days and endures high medical costs, frequent burn treatments, and permanent disfiguration. She approached McDonald's in order to seek out reimbursement for those medical costs. McDonald's refused her. In tort law, the basis and concept is to provide remedies for violation of various protected interests. Stella hires a lawyer, and he had familiarity with McDonald's and the coffee. He states McDonald's committed intentional tort between its customers because they were aware of the risks when they brewed and sold the coffee to their consumers. What a mess. In court, it was testified by McDonald's that they brewed the coffee between the temperature of 195 and 205 and sold the coffee to consumers at a temperature of 180 and 190 degrees. A quality assurance manager stated that McDonald's knew the temperature of the coffee was a hazard. This presents intentional tort. You can't get any clearer than that, folks. They also showed evidence of tiny warning labels that were printed on the styrofoam cups. The jury and the judge both commented on the fact that they were very hard to see. So we have inadequate warnings, negligence, intentional tort. Stella seems to have a case at this point. With inadequate warnings, you have defective products. Stella argued with these items, intentional wrongdoings, defective products, and visible injuries, that she should be awarded punitive damages. McDonald's decided to argue that Stella basically created her own injuries as she placed the cup between her legs. They thought that Stella had a duty of care and misused their product. However, Stella argued that she did place the cup between her legs, but the coffee was ridiculously hot to a boiling degree. The jury did not find McDonald's arguments to be valid. They awarded Stella with punitive damages in the amount of $2.7 million. They also awarded her $200,000 in compensatory damages. Stella did not see all that money though. She actually settled for an undisclosed amount. After the case was dismissed, McDonald's then decided to update their warnings on their cups and their lids, and also decided to place signs to their drive-thru warning of hot beverages. People thought that while McDonald's updated their warnings, the coffee would probably still be hot. However, in tort cases, if the defendant can prove that they have adequate warnings, the liability basically goes away. This case was essentially a poster case for tort reform. The media went nuts. It was all over the public. Americans had their own opinions. It was just everywhere, even to the point where Congress decided to limit awards for punitive damages in cases. I agree with the verdict of the jury, as during the case, McDonald's showed no remorse. They did not show sympathy. Their corporate policy was to have the coffee at this temperature. They knew people were getting burned. They knew it was a hazard. They didn't change the policy. They just didn't care, and they showed negligence. Their livelihood did not change from this. They may have lost the case, but they did not lose in society. Their corporation is still going strong. Stella is the one that lost. Even though she won, she lost. I definitely agree with the jury. Case dismissed.